game calls. And today, going on with our video series, our instructional videos, had some questions about doing the blue jay distress or bird distress on the Fang cut diaphragm, or what diaphragms to do that sound on. We call in a lot of bobcats with that sound. It's not a sound that I use a whole lot in my area because I don't have a whole lot of cats, but it is a sound that if you have a lot of cats, or like Jason in Virginia, he's got a lot of cats, this is a sound that he uses a whole lot, specifically when he's targeting cats. And I use it when I know where a bobcat's at and I'm targeting that cat. This is probably my go-to sound for a bobcat. The easiest call to do bird distress or blue jay distress on is the MFK Fang cut diaphragm. This is another sound that I come up with. It wasn't on the market by anybody else, any other company. And there are 2 or 3 diaphragms that you can do it on from MFK. The Fang cut is the easiest one because it gives you the most vibration, which is needed for doing that sound, throat vibrations. You can also do it on the double slash or the 3-reed double slash. The Fang cut is the call that is my preference for doing that sound, and it's also, this is the exact call I used in winning the distress division at the World Championships. And blue jay distress on this call is the sound that I used in my routine and for the bird distress portion. As always, you want to separate your reeds. Your longest reed and cut reed goes to the top of the roof of your mouth. Position of this call. I always say that, use the instructions that we give you loosely as a starting point. Start out with what's comfortable for you in your mouth as far as where your tongue's at and how far forward or how far back the call is in your mouth. One tip about doing blue jay distress or any kind of sound like coon where you need throat vibrations, it's typically easier to get those vibrations if the call is farther back in your mouth. And that may be something that you have to work towards if you're new to diaphragms, because putting that call farther back in your mouth a lot of times will cause a gag reflex or something like that. So start out with comfort and then reposition to tweak that sound to give you the best version of the sound. The way I go about doing the sound as far as mouth formation, it mainly comes from throat growls, which is just also combined with that, I'm kind of going key, key, key. Is how I'm forming my mouth, like key. The word key would be a good word to think of as far as mouth formations. Combine those two together, the key with the and you'll end up with a blue jay distress, and then you just vary your airflow to change that rhythm. This is how you do it. That's an excellent sound for bobcats. We call in fox and coats with it too. But if you're a bobcat hunter, I'd really recommend getting this call. Other sounds that the Fang cut, the MFK Fang cut, is good for is a raspier sounding rabbit. Really, those are the only 2 sounds. You can do some rodent squeaks and stuff like that with this call. It's pretty raspy. It gives you a coarser sounding rabbit, more suited for a jackrabbit or something like that. And those are really the only 2 sounds that I would recommend doing with the Fang cut, would be the blue jay distress and then rabbit, and maybe some of your raspier, little rodent squeaks or something. You could use it as a finisher for coaxing a predator or something like that, just with some raspy squeaks. But to run rabbit on you, I'll give you a version of rabbit. I'm typically you can do 2 or 3 different things as far as mouth formation for rabbit. One being the wah, wah, wah. You can also change that to give you a different version and turn wah into wee or Rick or Ree. So you could go wee, or Rick, or Ree, and you can combine and mix those different mouth formations to give you a different combination of rabbit sounds, which is another good thing about diaphragms. You can't do that with other calls. You can't do it with electronic. You got a sound loop, then that's your only option. But with the diaphragm, you control it all, and you can change that up, and it'll really help you pull those predators in close. And that's what makes the difference in having a cow pop up out there 200 yards and hang up on you or start circling you where you got to make that long shot. Work him on in by changing up your rhythm, your volume, just the whole deal, the sequence. You've got that control, and it's all hands free. But a little bit of rabbit distress on the Fang cut diaphragm. And I gave you some different versions, mixed that up just a little bit, and you can, do that to suit your calling style. But MFK Fang cut diaphragm, check it out, order you one. You can get them off our website, mfkgamecalls.com. You can also check out a lot of our videos on YouTube. Just do a search for MFK Game Calls and look who the video is posted by. You'll see by MFK Game Calls, then look at the title. You can kind of sort through them. There's well over 50 videos up now, instructionals as well as hunts. But hope that helped y'all out some. As always, we appreciate y'all ordering from us. If you ever have any questions that are not answered on the videos, feel free to give me a call at 870-820-0382. I'll be glad to help y'all out any way I can. Thank y'all.